Hey, what's going on, y'all? T-Bob here.
And Jake as well.
And you're about to watch a little OTB LSU.
We're going to give you all the latest, greatest between LSU football, baseball, women's basketball, softball, and everything in between.
Bottom line, if you want to talk Tigers, keep it locked, subscribe, like it, and we hope you enjoy it. Let's get into the offensive line real quick. Spring ball's going down right now. DJ Chester, the only new face in the O-line. You're returning all of their four starters. It was Mizzou last year when DJ Chester got thrown in, correct?
Yeah. So, well, it was actually three different guys. So Turner went down. Remember, you put in Martinez. He had the high snap.
Oh, that's right.
Then they put in Chester, and Chester actually played well.
I was going to say, I came away very impressed with Chester. That's a really tough spot to be thrown in at that age, and I thought he acquitted himself very well. Just from a sheer size standpoint, the dude looks the part. Like, just looks super athletic, super big. And again, to mentally make those calls, game in the line, and manage to be a part of that, winning that game, I think that's absolutely massive. So I feel very good about DJ Chester. I'm very excited for him to move in as the center of this offensive line. And he's got a ton of great support. We talk about player-led leadership. It helps when you have Garrett Dellingers, who's been there 18 years, playing guard next. So you got Miles Frazier, who's been there now forever as well. Emery and Will obviously have a ton of experience. So I am obsessed with the frontline starters. It's the best group on LSU's team, not even close. The two deep gets a little interesting though, and you start to feel the departure of a Lance Hurd a little more. Whereas before, you essentially had, Jake, a sixth man that you felt awesome about, and maybe would have challenged for a starting job. But you would have six guys that you feel awesome about. I don't know if you're there now. Now, I mean, look, there are some exciting names like where did I put? Oh, okay. So at left tackle, like Tyree Adams, big time recruit. He's backing up Will Campbell. According to On3, there's a lot of buzz that Tyree Adams has been doing very well, right? They think he's going to be good. Bo Bordelon's got experience at this point. You would trust him in a bad situation. But then you got like Miles Frazier. He's backed up by an early enrollee freshman right now. Yeah. Ethan Callaway on the two deep. At center, it's Cohen Eccles, another early enrollee freshman. And that's what I'm most concerned about really is backup center. I feel like
Dellinger would slide over.
Oh, that's true. Dellinger would slide over. So who would be your first guard up then?
So you also have not here yet, I don't believe, Weston Davis, who was a true 5-star recruit at tackle. Yeah. So kind of in the same mold as a Lance Hurd, young player, incredibly talented, not proven yet, but you felt okay about him going in that Mississippi State game a year ago. So there's reinforcements still coming. It's not a finished product just yet. Now, the offensive line depth last year was one of, if not the best in the country. Like you had guys that had played a lot of snaps, you had guys that had a lot of talent. So you take a hit there, but that's just what it is in today's
you're
world.
Never going to have too deep of proven guys.
Not like you did last year.
I'm just saying these are the names that you're going to have to pay attention to that could potentially come into play this year. Will it be Cohen Eccles, the 4-star A&M flip early enrollee center? Maybe he just does end up winning the job, right? Or does Tyree Adams, is he doing so well that he becomes your guard and tackle kind of backup? We'll watch it develop. But again, I believe in Brad Davis first and foremost, which is great in terms of hoping for the future. And I love the pipeline that they have. A lot of talent, even if it is a bit of younger talent. That's another reason why I feel bullish on receivers, though, is because I love Cortez Hankton. You look at what he did at UGA. I think they've definitely missed him, right? Like, the UGA receivers haven't been anything to write home about since Hankton left. When it was Hankton and A.D. Mitchell, and then they were doing great. And so you look at he comes to LSU, and all of a sudden he finally unlocks this group that had so much potential for so many years. And so I'm very excited for him to get to work with Kyron Lacey, Chris Hilton. I believe Aaron Anderson was maybe taking the majority of ones yesterday, and then it was a mixture of Xavier Thomas was in that mix. Where I'm like C.J. Daniels. And who am I missing?
Kyle Parker.
Yes, Kyle Parker.
He was in the two deep.
Yeah, Kyle Parker is kind of the surprise name there, right? You still thinking Shelton Sampson Jr. just because of kind of the profile coming out, but both those guys arrive at the same class, and it looks like Parker doing well in the slot.
It's probably a mentality that will get us eventually, but until it does, I'm just always going to assume that position at LSU, like DB was for a long time, for a long time. Like, I'm just always going to assume that young guys are going to step up, and you've got the next one waiting in the wings. Like, just so many times, I don't even know, like, how far you go back, but they just had first round after first round after first round receiver.
I go back to Saban era. From Josh Reed on, you feel like you've had first round receivers nearly yearly.
Yeah, I mean, Buster Davis and Dwayne Bowe, like during my time playing here.
During my time, like Ruben and Terrence were criminally underused, and Ruben was going to be pretty good in the NFL, so maybe my time was a bit of a lower one, but we also had like 4 or 5 guys that, didn't do anything in college and then ended up making it in the league forever just because they were so damn they were so damn good. They were just we weren't very good at taking advantage of them. But then Jarvis and Odell were young cats when I was there. Obviously you have the trio from 19. Now you've got
DJ
Brian Thomas
Chark
Jr., Malik Neighbors, and a DJ Chark bridging that gap. So it feels like damn near 20 years of wide receiver U for LSU.
So, like, that's a position where you have some young guys. Cal Parker would fall into that. Samson would fall into that. And so they're going to get their opportunity. But, like, of that group, I think the guy that I want to see continue to make strides and, like, just kind of take over a spot is Chris Hilton.
Yeah.
Because he's been here a long time. He's played. Like, so there's something there that he shows day in and day out, right? And he's had a couple of chances to make the moment, and that hasn't come. Yep. And that hasn't come just yet. He had a nice bowl game, nice catch there, nice touchdown grab. So we know the skill is there. We know that they like him because, again, multiple staffs, he's been out there on the field. He's now staying healthy, which that was a problem, I guess, early in his career. I want to see him take over and be one of the guys in 11 personnel that is always on the field.
Yeah, well, and is it fair to say that he has the skill set that nobody else does in terms of straight line speed?
I mean, others have it, but they don't have that.
That's what I'm saying. But like he's like the most extra normal of that crew in that way.
We saw Drew Brees throw him a touchdown in the Texas Bowl. It was like he down there somewhere and just threw it.
Even though
let's play the game.
Watch the Kyron Lacy highlight. I know it's a dumb spring day one highlight, but the back shoulder throw by Nuss is a thing of beauty, and the one-handed snag by Lacy is exciting. Now, obviously, look, Kyron Lacy, it's easy to see. He's got the body that nobody else has on the team. He's got the experience. He's got the most numbers returning. The bottom line for Lacy is just consistently catch it more. I mean, that's it. Which is, that's easier. That's easy for me to say. That's it. That's all you got to do. Look at this. Did you see this, Jake?
Yeah.
Ooh, Odell-esque, dare I say? And that's not even a situation where you can come after the DB because that's just perfect execution by the offense. Like a perfectly thrown back shoulder will always beat the defensive back. There's no guarding that right there if you can do that consistently.
Man, I wish practice wasn't in the mornings.
I know.
I would love to still be able.
And they're practicing right now. They're probably wrapping up right now or something, right?
Yeah, because they start at 7:55, if you will. That's what time everybody gets to go in. So they probably start at 8.
Oh, well.
Oh, how about this from Pierce Lee? For 3 straight years, Hilton has had the final touchdown in a bowl game.
What?
All right.
That's a weird Hunt Palmer Pluckers trivia question right there, dude. That was smooth in that catch, bro, for sure. Emil says I'm looking for big things out of C.J. Daniels this year.
I am too, but so many times we get excited about transfers from the portal. And you just have to remember, and I have to tell myself this, they're coming to a new space, a new team, a new situation, a new conference. All of that is new. So the player that they were at their previous spot is not always the player they're going to be at their new spot. Now, it might be worse. It might be better. We don't know.
Well, and it's a new level of competition for him, too.
And it is.
Significant step
and again, like, go back and watch Omar Spates at Oregon State. He was a beast. He was the difference maker on the field. He flashed more than anybody that I watched in the Pac-12 on that side of the ball a year ago. He comes here, just doesn't work out. Not the same player. A lot of different reasons. Coaching would fall into that as well, but just not the same. You never know how somebody is going to integrate themselves out of the transfer portal. So that is a player that is going to have every single opportunity to go out there and be a true receiver 2, receiver 3, whatever it might be, because I do think Kyron Lacy is the one, but you just don't know right now. So these young guys that we're talking about, in Parker and Samson and others, they have to continue to fight for one of those jobs.
Yeah, I don't care if you're a transfer. It's my time. I'm trying to get that job, man. Wow, Jake, What incredible takes.
I mean, those guys, they're just the best.
I think so. And if you think so, again, hit the like button, subscribe, ring the bell so you get notifications when we post every single day here on OTB LSU.